continuing the run of people who I adore, and I say that even when they're not on hold to hear me introduce them on the Rich Eisen Show. One of my favorite people, and not just because he's supremely talented, he's also engaged to be married now. Life is great for this man because he's also reprising his role of Randy Reid. Unless, wait a minute, we've never seen him and Randy Reid in the same room at the same time.
That's all I'm saying.
He is one of the greats. Eric Stonestreet back here in the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Mr. Stonestreet?
Hi, buddy.
How you doing?
I'm good. That was such a nice interview. Such a nice intro.
My pleasure. I want to just tell everyone how I feel about you. So where do you want to start with this one? How do you feel about your Chiefs right now? You got to be feeling good, right? What do you think?
Rich, I've said many times, I go into every season feeling the exact same way, confident, excited, feeling like we're going to win the Super Bowl, and it feels that way again. I think our team is deeper than the team that won the Super Bowl, deeper than the one that lost the Super Bowl, deeper than the one that should have gone to the Super Bowl the year before. So I'm feeling great, man. We've got a heck of a roster.
What makes you think they're deeper, Eric?
Well,
yes.
Our offensive line is deeper. We've finally, love me some Brett Veach, but we've finally got an interior line and backups.
Yep.
Quality backups. I love Fisher. Wish Fisher was still our left tackle. His injury happened at exactly the wrong time for him and for a city that grew to love him. But, we've got Zeus over there now, so I'm feeling great about that. Our right tackle, we got quality right tackle in Remmers, who fought his butt off last year to be a right tackle after we lost Mitchell Schwartz. And now we've got Lucas Niang, who's a rookie kind of, but not really, who's doing great. And then we go to Trey Smith. I think maybe will come out as one of the best, if not the best draft choice of the entire draft. I think he's an all-pro guard waiting to happen, baby.
I love it. I got to tell you, man, the home schedule for the Chiefs, and I know you're a season ticket holder there, this is like a who's who of the NFL, man. I mean, Browns, obviously we know Chargers, Bills. The Giants are coming out on Monday night. You got the Packers, the Cowboys, the Steelers.
Yeah.
I mean, holy crap. I mean, like, it's a who's who, but it's also big, huge tests with the Chargers, too, who I think are going to be vastly improved. This is good.
Don't we say that every year? Don't we? I mean, come on. Don't we just say the Chargers, the team to beat the AFC West, and then Chargers going to do Chargers stuff? I mean, look, I love their quarterback. I think he's great, but I like my Chiefs. Broncos defensive backfield, I've been watching that a little bit. It's great. But I just love watching all the other teams in the AFC West gear up to have to beat us. That's a new paradigm switch for me, right? Usually we were the team in my childhood that was always doing what we needed to do to try to beat other teams. Well, now that teams are doing what they need to do to try to beat us, which is a great place to be. We got great wide receivers. We kept 4 tight ends. Jody Fortson, just a stud in camp. Blake Bell, the Belldozer, Oklahoma's Belldozer. Noah Gray. I mean, I'm sorry, a 4 tight ends lineup in that preseason game, when Andy Reid's not showing his real play with 4 tight ends.
Right.
So good luck. I mean, I'm sure it can be done. The other team on the other side are also professional athletes, but I'm here to see you cover that.
You know what? It's interesting, Eric Stonestreet here on the Rich Eisen Show. You talk about a different paradigm. You're going to have to help me with this one because Tony Romo, who's rarely wrong, I mean, the guy calls his shot. He even said after the Chiefs beat the Bucs in the regular season last year, I think, maybe we'll see these two teams on this turf for the Super Bowl later on this year. Nobody was saying that. Tony said it, and he was right. He said that Zach Wilson of the Jets has such a high ceiling. He sees the fact that he could be a top 5 quarterback in the next couple of years. He looks like Mahomes, is what he said, and I don't know how to handle that, Eric. I don't.
Well, I've been there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can you help me? Like, where you put all your hopes in this person and he actually does become that? What should I look for? How do I handle something like that, Eric? Do you have some sort of
kidding
counsel?
you when I say this. I'm getting chicken skin and teary eyes thinking about it for you. I mean, you are bringing me back to when the realization hit that Brett Veach and the Chiefs drafted our franchise, and we had him on our roster. When I started hearing stories about training camp from some of my friends of things he was doing, and then when it came clear we were willing to deal Alex Smith, I know what you're feeling right now. Here's what I would say to you as a longtime fan of a team that has disappointed you.
Yes.
Hold tight. Steady. Steady, Rich.
Okay.
Here he goes. Hold. And you'll know when you know.
Okay. Right.
It's going to happen. It's going to be the moment that you and I shared during the Baltimore Ravens game when it was 3rd and 38 and Mahomes hits Tyreek Hill for 39 yards. And you're like, that's my quarterback.
I know, right? I mean, because again, Eric, I feel like we have a lot in common, and love of family, and lucky to have the jobs that we have, and I found the woman that I love a while ago. You and Lindsay are now engaged, so we're there now together there. I need to be together with you on the generationally talented quarterback that changes everything around. I need to be there, Eric, with you.
I know.
I need that.
You've been so close. Well, listen, I'm pulling for you. I would love it for you.
Thank you.
You deserve it. You in New York deserve it.
I can't imagine. It doesn't compute.
No, Eric,
yes,
they don't deserve it.
Oh, you
they
be quiet.
don't actually deserve it. I want you, Eric, though. First off, congratulations on your engagement, buddy. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I want you to just say you're going 20-0. Like, I know you want to do it, and we all want you to be that guy. Just say it. Like, we're going 20-0.
No, I'm not going to do that to anyone, let alone myself. Look, the NFL is the regular season is a long road to hoe. We don't have to be 20-0. You know the truth. We only have to be 1-0 at the end of the season,
exactly.
And that's in the big game, right? So we have the team to beat a lot of other teams. I'm excited. The Chiefs are excited. Like they have so much fun with each other. In my experience, being around the guys, that's all that tone. That playful work ethic is all set by our beloved Andy Reid. He sets that tone of like, gentlemen, it's time to get to it, but let's have some damn fun while we're doing this, right? I love that aspect about my team. They're pranksters, they're jokesters, and but I won't say 20-0. That's Patrick's goal. I love it. He can actually do something about it.
Yes,
I'm just a fan. I can't do anything about it.
Don't worry. Brockman, Eric, is just trying to steer the conversation away, in case I was going to go in the direction, which is Cam Newton re-signs with the team. He likes that. They draft Mac Jones. He's like, why are we drafting somebody when we've got the guy? Like, why would they do something like that?
Not what I said.
Absolutely.
Not what I said.
Yes, and now he's all Mac Jones is the next Brady. Now he's all the way in. Like, he's all the way in on Mac Jones.
But I don't have any other choice.
Well, yeah, you don't. It's true. I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. I figured you were a Buccaneers fan by now.
Well, I do. I'm still on Brady. If they keep winning, that's totally fine.
Of course he would be.
Yeah.
Of course he would be. And by the way, Chris, you've got to root for the Chiefs, because if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl here in Los Angeles, the Super Bowl party at Eric Stonestreet's house is going to be what the kids say lit.
Yeah,
lit.
Right.
Lit. We miss your Christmas party. We got to come back. It's got to make a comeback. The Super Bowl party at Stonestreet's. That would be it.
Can you believe that? I would love it if we're in the Super Bowl in L.A. That would be incredible. I haven't been in L.A. in a year, but I mean, I'd love to come back for that.
Oh, boy.
Rematch. Just run it back.
Here we
Eric.
go. All right, let's get into it. The Randy Reid character is as great as ever. So you went to training camp again and got around there and had your fun with him. Walk me through that whole process for you?
Well,
Eric?
this started 3 years ago, and I've only done it twice. I've only, and coach has asked me privately to do a couple things for the team off the grid that I've done. But, listen, it's my contribution as trying to keep things fun. I mean, that's what my goal is here. Veach called me this year, and he's like, "Are we bringing Randy Reid back?" And I'm like, "Well, last time I was there, we won the Super Bowl, so I think what we were missing last year." So that kind of was the premise of it. Is last time I was here, we won the Super Bowl, and I never got my Super Bowl ring. So we jump off there, and look, the guys love it. I wouldn't be able to do it if Coach Reid wasn't Coach Reid and gave his blessing and approval and access to everything. A lot of people can't believe that happens, but they got a team there. Rob Alberino's the new vice president of communications. He embraced it. We'd never met before. He's like, let's do this. And they rolled out the red carpet for us. My co-writer, Jerry Collins, who's an incredible guy, written a lot of stuff in LA, and he comes and helps me with that. And then we had a new guy. I just got to get their names in here. Andrew Feely, who edited this thing. He just killed it. They all killed it. The Chiefs killed it. And the goal is just to have a little fun with the players. They genuinely are confused, Rich. You would be so happy to be a little fly on the wall to see the rookies who have no idea who I am. And then what my capacity is with the team. You would have so much fun watching the new guys that are free agents that are in camp. Jerick McKinnon had one of the best moments of the training camp. It didn't make it in the cut, but I walked up to him with the Theragun on the sideline. He is sweating. He's out of breath. He's drinking a glass of water. And I walk up and I nudge him with that thing while it's on. I said, "Hey, you need this?" And he looked at me. He looked down at my spats on my ankles. He looked back up at me, and he's like, "No, man, I'm good." he was so confused. I was like, "Bro, I gotta tell you, man, that was one of my funniest moments. The funniest moments, just like them catching tennis balls with the machine that throws tennis balls at them, and me jumping in there trying to get in, like cutting in between these guys, like genuinely confused what's going on. And then the veterans, they're like, "Hey, you got anything? You gonna say anything to me?" The coaching staff. They're all interested this year. Made sure we got Spags, Bieniemy, Tobe, and everybody included. It's just a fun thing. I don't know that it'll last forever. It's just my little love letter to the Chiefs. Of I can't bring much to actually winning, but I can bring a little fun and lightheartedness to training camp on those brutal days.
It's fantastic. I mean, we just showed some while you were telling those stories, some video without the sound. It's just you parking in Veach's spot with the huge golf cart. Now, what was the one with Mahomes coming from behind and stealing a towel? What was that one? That one I hadn't seen yet.
I was talking to the offensive line about, the technique that I had told the team about last time, which was Kodiak, which is low man wins a lot of times, but also tall man scares other guys away. So I want the offensive line to get up and big, tall like a Kodiak bear. So I was going through that, and Mahomes comes up and steals my towel and takes off running. We ended the clip before I ran too far because I looked so pathetic running after Patrick Mahomes. I was like, all right, we got to cut out of this before I look too embarrassing.
The taking a knee and stretching too behind two. Oh my God. That is just so funny. And I just love the fact that Reid's into it. Like that the actual Andy Reid is into it. He loves it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Look,
man.
I mean, here's the deal. Coach is like, you got this amount of my time. I would never want any Chiefs fans or anyone out there because I'm as big of a Chiefs fan as any other person.
You're not disruptive.
My number one rule is I don't want to be in the way. I don't want to take anything away from the job at hand. So Coach gives us a very limited amount of time that we have to get his stuff done. He's into it. He loves it. He's welcoming and loving. He's I love him to death. And then otherwise, there's just a couple rules. Stay out of here, stay out of there. I'm mic'd up. Just go out there and kind of have fun. But man, I got to tell you, dude, there was one moment that didn't make the cut either.
Yes.
Where one of the defensive ends was like, "Man, I'm so confused. Who are you? Like, what are you doing here?" and one of I think Frank Clark says, "Man, that's Randy Reid. You don't know who Randy Reid is?" And he's like, "No." And he was so out of it. So finally I said, "Hey, man, my name's actually Eric Stonestreet. I was on a show called Modern Family for 11 seasons." And he stopped in his tracks and he goes, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Man, I used to watch that show religiously." And I'm telling you what, the other defensive linemen bust up laughing, saying, "You used to watch it religiously? Like, religiously, huh?" So that was the moment there. Just the dawn of the realization of I'm not a coach. I'm not part of the team in any way. I'm there literally just to clown around. Is so fun to watch happen.
Eric, I love it. It's funny. It's just funny for everybody to watch too, and it's just great to see the players get into it. And Andy, hey, look, when Andy Reid uses his phrase, "The time's yours," and it's in your direction to have fun with everybody, the answer is yes every single time, I'm sure. So that's great.
Well, the organizations in the NFL, they get a bad beef on so many things of, it's the not fun league and blah, 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 whatever. And I just love that the Chiefs are my team, and they're also a team that's willing to, like, have a little fun and poke, get a peek behind the curtain a little bit. I'm very respectful of everything and how everything goes, but I just love it. But I don't know how many more years Randy Reid will make an appearance. I guess he's got to move on at some point.
Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go boating, right? He's got to go on a boat, right? He's got to go. What is it?
Well, now I'm into drones too. I can set you up in a drone. I can get you into drones. Drones are the future,
jet
baby.
Skis. That's what it was. Jet skis before. That's it, right? Oh man.
Yeah, now it's drones.
All right, last one for you. Have you been on a Royals minority ownership Zoom with Mahomes? Has that happened? Has that happened yet?
No, we haven't. We talked about it a little bit. I don't have much to say or much to do. I just
right.
I just continue being a fan, and I'm happy to have been able to invest in the Mahomes now owns. He's part ownership of a Whataburger deal. He's got ownership in the Kansas City girls soccer team here. I think Sporting Kansas City, the Royals. I'm like, Jiminy Christmas! I got to up my game of ownership.
So you're not storming in Steinbrenner style, demanding Mike Witt's kid gets at bats right now. You're not doing that.
No, I'm not doing that. I don't want any of that responsibility. That's funny though. Oh man, well, dude, I miss seeing you. I haven't seen you
back at you.
in person in over a year.
It's been too long. We'll do it whenever you're around. And so, is there anything you want to tell him about? I know you're up to a ton of stuff. When do we see you on television, other than just watching?
Well, I got the show Domino Masters. It's coming out in January.
Okay.
I shot that. I was out in L.A. for a month shooting that. That's going to be epic. Everybody's kids are going to freak out over it.
Mine will.
It's so neat. It's so competitive. It's a chain reaction Rube Goldberg domino show where these engineers and people that design these amazing builds, and they have to do it in 16 hours. But I'll start doing press for that and come back on for you. And then
great.
That's about it, man. I've been loving my life in Kansas City. I can't believe that, I was in L.A. for so long, and I came back here, and it's been such a blessing to be around my parents and my family and just doing my thing here, and it feels good. I'm about to turn 50, and I'm engaged. I finally pulled that trigger.
Yeah, we're looking at. I love the photograph you put out of it, and I don't know how she puts up with you, man. With all the times that you take pictures of her on Instagram when she doesn't know that she's on, or she's. I mean, you and Lindsay are just great to watch. That's great. I couldn't be happier for you, Eric.
People were saying I look like her dad. I'm like, I'm 39 years old. Like, she has 9-year-old boys. How can I? And she's 40. She's going to be 42 years old. I can't help that she's beautiful, and I can't help that I look like a grizzled mine worker, apparently, or something.
Oh, love you, Eric. You take care.
I love you guys.
You take care, man.
Go Chiefs, man. I promise you, baby. I'm not going to say 20-0, but I'm going to say a lot of wins. A lot.
Just a quick prediction. I mean, what? Like,
what do you got? You got it?
Like
what do you got?
15-2.
What do you got? You want anything? 15-2.
I'm not saying anything. Veach is listening. Veach has texted me while I've been on the phone. So I'm not saying anything.
Brett, get out of his. Stop sliding into his texts while we're trying to get him to put some bulletin board material up there.
Anything. I'm not going to be locker room material.
Take care of yourself, Eric. We'll chat
buddy.
soon, man.
Love you guys, man.
Right back at you.
Love you guys. See you soon.
That was
Bye.
a blast. That was great. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.